right, and with that, let's take a look at our keys to the game. Jackson, what are you looking out for tonight?
I mean, Sabrina, we've kind of been talking about it all show, but I'm focused on Notre Dame's rushing attack. They need to establish the run early with the running backs. That's right. Jeremiah Love needs to have more than 10 carries in this football game. Late in the third quarter against Miami, he only had 4 carries. He needs to have the ball more than that. CJ Carr was used far too much in that rushing attack. Everything does not have to be a run-pass option. They just need to hand the football off. Marcus Freeman talked about it.
We've talked as a coaching staff, is there times that we got to take out the read, right, and be able to say, hey, this is what we want to do, hand the ball off here, or, you know, hey, let's continue to throw it out if they're going to bring the extra guy in the box. But we know we want to focalize our offense around Jay Love. He's a special player, but at the same point, we got to make sure that we're, you know, taking advantage of what each defense is trying to do to us.
Big one right there. But Sabrina, what are you looking for in this game?
All right, put pressure on Texas A&M quarterback Marcel Reed. We saw that Notre Dame defensive line struggle last week doing that against Carson Beck. They only had 1 sack and no turnovers. That's something you cannot do against this Texas A&M team that has some explosive wide receivers right there. And you know, of course, Marcel Reed can use his legs and has explosive plays happen. Allow him to get uncomfortable, hoping for more than just 1 sack and some more turnovers. And here's what head coach Marcus Freeman had to say about that on Monday.
We said we got to be able to get 4-man pass rush pressure on the quarterback, and we all know we didn't get enough 4-man pressure on the quarterback last week. And credit to him, he got the ball out of his hands. He's a great quarterback, but that can't be an excuse for us.
All right, Jackson, we just talked about our key to the game. Who is one player you think will make an impact in tonight's game?
I'm going to go with the defensive side of the football to the linebacker position, Jalen Sneed. We didn't really see him make many plays or do much of all against Miami. They're going to need him to make some plays tonight against Texas A&M. We saw that right there, a tackle for a loss. They need some tackles for a loss. They need to stop the running game, and I think that's going to come from the linebackers. We've seen the defensive line struggle at points, so I'm looking at Jalen Sneed to step up and help Drake Bowen in that linebacker unit. How about for you?
I like that one. I'm actually going on the offensive side of the ball. Jordan Faison, he had a touchdown in that game against Miami. Seems like CJ Carr likes to connect with him a lot on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm hoping to see a little bit more from him, some more explosive plays downfield. Obviously, we know what he can do on the field, so I'm hoping that he can have a really big game.
Maybe even break one in the punt return game.
Oh, yeah, maybe so.
Let's get some game picks right now. I'm going to start us off right here. Kind of similar to Chris's score. I have Notre Dame winning this one 28-21. I think it's going to be close, but they have just enough offense to get it done.
All right, I got Notre Dame winning as well, but I got 24-10. Again, this is a different Texas A&M team, but I still think, even though Texas A&M hasn't really played a lot of good opponents, I still think this is going to be a really big battle.
Yeah, that's going to be a really, really good one for sure. Excited to see how this one plays out.
Me too.
Doesn't seem like anyone thinks it's going to be high scoring, though.
Not really, no.
Not too many points. Well, that's going to wrap it up for another edition of 16 News Now Game Day. We'll have pregame coverage live from Notre Dame Stadium coming up tonight right here on WNDU at 6 p.m. Thanks so much for watching.